is into the smart glasses and sort of how you see that market evolving.
First, thanks Savi for inviting me here, and thanks everyone. I think look at Lenskart particularly, and for any other business, it's about what's the core mission of the business, what are we trying to solve, what is the impact that it will create. And I think at Lenskart we have been working towards a very focused approach on making eyewear accessible to all, high quality eyewear accessible to all, and in various ways at affordable prices, making it more available. I think we just heard that we want to listen about how power will come in these glasses, right? Because right now they may be more to do with sunglasses, but today more than 50% of the world is myopic, right? And people need glasses. So I think it's exciting times. I think it's very early in the journey. Lot of things are happening. Eventually, I think it will boil down to a lot of the form factor, because I do believe that smart glasses are glasses first, right? And we have had the smart journey in many other things. Glasses sit at a very sensitive place in the body, right? They sit on your face. So every little gram of weight matters. Looks matter. I mean, I'm not saying the looks don't matter on watches, but they matter slightly more here, right? Vision matters, my prescription, how it's going to go about it. So there's a lot that is important here. And then the second is, how do we really make them reach beyond just the content creators and the influencers, right? How do we get it accessible to everybody in this room? And how do we make them affordable, and then while making it affordable, can we make them high quality? That will of course depend on volumes in many ways, like we have seen in the longer term journey of smart glasses, watches, phones, etc. So that's how at least I'm looking at it, and in terms of how do we get this benefit to more and more people. What will be the form factor that will matter the most, because we saw that in smartphones there were all these form factors, and then Apple launched the iPhone, which is a completely different form factor, and then that's when the revolution started. So I think that will matter. And then third, I think use cases, right? I think what is the value it is bringing in my life? One is, it is a cool gadget right now. What is it? It is, and Lenskart is all about how do we make your lives better? So for an athlete, is it going to make me run better? For somebody who's cooking, is it allowing me to cook better? Will it help me have a better, healthier lifestyle? An area that I'm very excited about with smart glasses. So a lot to do, and I think the point about business and deal is more to do with, is it really something which is meaningful in the lives of people, or is it just about money making?
Totally agree. By the way, first time I met Peyush, I went to his GK office, and then going in, I thought, okay, here's a company probably trying to figure out it, be in India's Warbird, or Warby Parker, or something a little bit different, right? When I came out, I said, man, I told Saurabh, who was with me, I was like, Saurabh, I think these guys are trying to create a tech platform actually. They're really not trying to, pretty amazing what the vision that you guys had. And so tell us a little bit about sort of all the innovation that you guys are doing, to the extent you can talk about it, and then how is it that you're enabling some of these use cases today and then in the future?
See, I think one unique advantage we have sitting in India, at least, is that we are in direct touch with customers. And I think for Lenskart particularly, we are a B2C company. We sell directly to consumers. Consumers download our app. So ability to feedback loop is very fast, right? I think nobody knows what would work for whom. I mean, today there is a battery problem, tomorrow there is this problem, it feels a little heavy. I think eventually what is crucial is how quickly can we take this feedback and improvise and launch the next version, whether it is the software or it is the hardware, and understand the consumer needs better is important. So I think one thing is to establish that feedback loop, very, very critical. And I think for speed and innovation, it is also then important to do full stack, at least how we are thinking is how do we really own not just the hardware, software, improvisation, so that if my mom is using smart glasses and she wants to do a certain thing, can we add that little feature for her, right? And if she feels, okay, I am in wearing a progressive power, then how do we take care of distance and reading in at the same time? And so I think for us, the way is how do we build a machinery and framework to do it faster in-house, and I think Qualcomm has been supportive. We are going to use the Snapdragon chips in our next version of glasses that are coming out. And,
Excellent. Thank you very much.
and we obviously had a lot of options, but I think the goal is not about to deliver just average performance, right? The idea is to deliver the best to all. It's not just, the idea is not to just deliver to all. I mean, I'll give you example of Phonic, which is the glasses that I'm wearing. I think in India we have had Bluetooth glasses for very long. You know, maybe 3-4 years back they were launched, and a lot of people would message me, Peyush, kya kar rahe ho? Why hasn't Lenskart launched Bluetooth glasses? This company has launched. And I was looking at the number of glasses that are sold in India. 4,000, 5,000 in a year, 10,000 in a year. And then I think it took a little bit of research, it took 2 years of work. Again, full stack, designed the chip, put some of the best components. You know, hopefully we can use Snapdragon in the next version. And then when we launched it, I think the beauty, you know, was that what would not have been sold in many years got sold in, you know, a month or so. And then, you know, we saw that people adopting. But for that, to me, what was really important was getting the form factor right, getting the battery right. I think somebody was saying battery, the moment I get battery, making sure prescription is solved, making sure that price is something that I can live with, because I also don't want to part away with fashion in my glasses. So I think that's the journey we want to take with smart glasses, very learning approach, keep our heads down, keep learning. We are not in a race to win anything. I think we just want to keep investing and do the full stack so that we can make it accessible to people the best at the best possible price. The idea is we want more and more people to wear them, not just a few.
Right. By the way, being a Sikh, we are very particular about our glasses because they have to fit in the turban and can be light and it can't be too heavy. So, you know, when I met with Peyush, you know, he was talking all the innovation that he's doing around the hardware itself. I was pretty, I came out very interested about where he was going to put the battery, you know, how the bezel was going to be, you know, what the weight needs to be. Talk about some of the innovation that you're doing at the hardware level. You know, it's pretty amazing what you're thinking about and really doing.
So I think for Sikhs, one big problem is in the turban, the glasses don't go in so easily, and I think that is a problem that came across some people, and then we launched a turban edit.
I saw that. Thank you.
And people really loved it. I think we got, at some point it was, we were like, okay, we didn't realize that this would sell in India so much because it solved a core problem for people, right?
You know, I have never bought glasses outside of Costco in the US, but I recently got glasses just for that because they were made for us.
Yeah. So I think from an innovation perspective, there's a lot happening. I think the Gen AI has opened so many possibilities for us. I think one interesting one, which is, I think everybody's talking about smart glasses, is that at Lenskart, we are now doing remote optometry, which is very interesting because, people in India, they want their eyes tested. And we don't have as many optometrists to test eyes. And nobody wants to go to the remotest plant. Everybody wants to be in the metros. So I think the teams worked on an idea where we actually have hundreds of optometrists sitting in Kolkata. They are doing eye tests in remotest parts of India and at scale now, right? And AI, with AI, we are actually trying to make it like a co-pilot with which in some cities now and in some locations we have self-eye test, right? Which means that you can really talk to an AI agent and talk to the AI agent and tell them, okay, what looks better, this or that, and you keep like on an Atari joystick and keep doing it. So I think there is a lot happening on the vision correction space at Lenskart. A lot on the product side, right? I think like for on the phonic, I'll tell you, we have put the battery at the back. And one of the reasons why we were trying to put the battery at the back was, and then there is in the next version, we are doing something even more interesting here, because we didn't want this part to carry the weight. And you know, on the nose, it starts hurting you the moment. So I think balancing the weight for different people, especially kids, I think is going to be really important. I mean, if you give up, you know, soon our kids are going to say, why only you enjoy all the smart glass one, right? And then what about them? They're going to throw it and break it, and how are you going to handle those problems? So I think there is innovation required there in terms of materials. I think one of the things that we are very excited about is what are the new materials which will come into eyewear as a category. You know, so far people have used materials like TR, acetate, and maybe steel and titanium. But with smart glasses, things are going to change, right? What materials are we going to use to make it? And then the other thing which is very important is prescription. I think as we talk about XR, the biggest problem in front of everybody, at least in front of us, is how do we make affordable lenses with vision through them. I think it will be one of the toughest problems to solve. You know, and in Southeast Asia, 70-80% people are myopic today. Every year, myopia rates are growing. So not having prescription and sunglasses doesn't solve our problem. Yeah, so there are lots to do, I think. Very exciting for us.
Thank you very much. You talked about, help me maybe, we talked about education as a key category, right? And Peyush, so let's put yourself, like say you're in high school. Tell me a use case that you're very excited about that with these smart glasses we can sort of explore.
The one case that, I mean, maybe not as mass, I think for blind kids, right? There is a perfect use case with smart glasses. And I think for ages we have been on Braille, and then in Shark Tank one company had converted, which was trying to teach Braille more easily. But with smart glasses, at least for kids who do not have vision and are not going to get vision that easily, there's a perfect use case. And just like, one may think that when we were developing glasses for people with turbans, you thought, okay, you're only solving a small problem for a small but actually the response and the numbers that we see are alarming, right? So I would say there are use cases, and I think in schools where for kids that are privileged and normal, I think we'll have to figure out there is going to be because firstly I think most of the schools are going to say, okay, no camera, right? And I think somewhere we have kind of believed that smart glasses is equal to camera. I think smart glasses is going to be smart even without camera, right? So I think a big use case for them would a lot be just about building curiosity. I actually think sometimes we over-engineer solutions. Like if I am wearing glasses, then I can just chat with AI today and keep asking questions and keep getting prompted. That's a big use case because that's enhancing my learning without any digital, additional digital ecosystem, which everybody can hear. The moment you open Instagram, everybody tells you, "Bachcho ko don't show your kids screen." So, I'm saying, assuming you don't want to show your kids screen, at least curiosity and building curiosity through audio and good audio, right? I don't think we've even developed, anybody, including us, has even developed what a great audio glasses could look like. Because a great audio glasses would allow you all kinds of fashion, will be super affordable, will be unbreakable, will be durable, will work seamlessly with AI, should be able to ask questions, and that's it, right? Even that problem is a big problem to solve. So we don't have to go all the way there. But for that also you need good chips, right? So it's not like the traditional chips would work for the AI to work.
I think good chips and power is very important.
Yes.
I think you cannot be charging this thing every 20 minutes. It
Yes.
won't work, right? So I think that's the stuff that I think Alex and Sahil talked about, and that's the DNA of Qualcomm, putting compute at low power. I think that's the trick, and that's what we're very excited about.
And I think it's going to be equally important that as we think about XR, as we think about more and more bigger and newer things, it is also important to get some of the basics really right. Just to get a good audio glasses right, which can allow you to seamlessly chat with an AI engine itself. I don't think there's anything out there which can be massy and everybody can access it.
We're looking forward to what you're about to launch. So again,
I didn't say anything.
hopefully soon. But anyways, great to have you. Thank you very much for your time, and really looking forward to the partnership.